This is a nuclear wasteland. Here, the radiation, bandits, anomalies, and roaming monsters will try to kill you. For the next 50 days, I'm not only going to have to survive this place, finding food, work, and shelter, but also discover the zone's secrets, find out what this strange artifact really is, and face the unseen horrors of the wasteland. So, here we go. I spent 50 days in the Chornobyl exclusion zone in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. My apartment got destroyed by a strange artifact outside the zone. To learn more, I needed to head there and find a scientist called Hoda.
Get to the scientist bunker.
I jumped over the outer wall to get inside the exclusion area. The first thing I saw was a massive anomaly. Frozen in mid-air, I climbed through a crack in the structure, illuminated only by the beam of my headlight. I came across a medikit and used my knife to destroy some wooden boards blocking my way. Found some canned food on a table. I had to break a lock to keep going. There was a corpse. Searching it, I took an AK-74, ammunition, and a PDA. With the gun in my hands, I found the exit.
Stalker 3, we've got a breach at the Tagoar. The bunker's off, and now the ground team is on the way.
I was officially inside of the exclusion zone, but then... I checked my PDA to plan my route to the bunker. My Geiger counter started going off. I needed to tread carefully. While exploring some sort of destroyed barn, I got hungry. Had to eat some of the canned food I salvaged earlier. Continuing through the abandoned buildings, I stumbled upon an ammo box. In another house, I found a body containing a medkit, bandage, ammo, and another assault rifle. I equipped it and kept scavenging for more supplies.
Area 1 to checkpoint south.
I froze in place. I was scared, but had no other choice. I went for it anyway.
Have you reached the bunker? Find Dr. Ngoda. He's agreed to give you the coordinates.
I don't think it'll be that easy, but I'll figure it out.
Some of the anomalies and mutants you're going to see send the chills down my spine. They reminded me of the brutal boss battles you can face in the most thrilling RPG game ever made. This is really nostalgic for me. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Special thanks to Universal Studios Licensing. They're partnering with Universal Products and Experiences and Mattel to bring He-Man and Skeletor to the game as legendary champions, so you can live out your nostalgic childhood fantasies in Raid. Starting from November 25th to December 25th, you can get your hands on both champions, including one for free via a 14-day loyalty program. He-Man is a truly mighty warrior and has his own attack before destroying any evil that stands before him. Skeletor is a nefarious trickster, extending debuffs, sealing his enemies in stone, and reusing their turn meter. Everyone can get the legendary champion Skeletor for free simply by logging into Raid on 14 days between November 25th and January 8th. You'll get Skeletor on day 7 and extra bonus rewards for the next week after that. Be sure to start logging in each day starting by December 25th to get it all. You can also complete the champion pass to get the legendary champion He-Man. I wish I had gotten these heroes back when I started. So click the link in the description or scan my QR code to get exclusive bonuses. Do not use the App Store or any other links or you'll miss out. On sign up, you'll receive a massive starter pack with an epic support champion Tagoar from the Orc faction. Reach level 15 to unlock another epic champion, Grizzled Jarl from the Dwarves faction, my personal favorite with its powerful magic affinity. After downloading my link, use the promo code Monkey King to claim the legendary champion Sun Wukong for free. Promo code is valid until January 7th. Find me in-game as Arean Shadow, join my clan, the Undead Slayers, and we'll be legends together. Remember, click the link in the description or the QR code on screen, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, and special thanks to Universal Studios Licensing. I managed to arrive safely at the bunker. I got to some sort of hatch, which I used to get inside. But then, a scientist laid dead on the floor seemed to have died by a gunshot wound. Deeper into the bunker, I discovered another body. This one wore a radiation suit and it carried an echo detector. a tool for locating artifacts. I took it with me, and close by, another corpse. This one was Nehoda, the one supposed to help me. His PDA was broken.
Any updates?
Nagoda's dead. So are the other scientists.
Oh, God. We're screwed.
Stop freaking out and tell me where the data is stored.
Find his laptop. The coordinates should be in there.
I needed to find the scientist's laptop. Searching through the place, I found it and copied all the data.
Hey, Nagoda. What's up? Have you met Herman's client yet? Tell him a new mission means new coordinates. New coordinates means a new bill.
Nagoda's dead. I'm Mr. Client.
Hold on a sec, Mr. Client. Did Herman at least tell you what to do with the coordinates?
Remind me.
Alright. Follow the coordinates and stick your scanner into the ground, and then back off. When it's all done, you pick it up. Got it? If not, that's your problem. I'm not a damn help desk. So long, Mr. Client.
With the coordinates I got, I needed to follow them and stick the scanner into the ground.
You'll need to acquire an artifact to shield yourself from a scanner's radiation. Find an anomaly, then use the detector's signal to navigate it. After that, attach the artifact to your belt and go plant the scanner.
I exited the bunker and found myself right next to one. It shimmered with toxic acid. Using the echo detector, its signals led me to the artifact. With my artifact in my belt, I headed to the first scanning point.
You alive?
I'm okay. Is charging always this noisy?
No, but that rock of yours is pretty unusual. Check the scanner quick. Is it charged?
Nope.
I knew it! I told you to get out of there! Hurry back or I'll leave without you!
Calm down. I've got some time left. Heading for the next spot.
With electrical anomalies sparking violently, I tread carefully. But then, I scavenged what I could from their bodies, but carrying so much had its price. I got over encumbered. I unloaded their weapons and threw them away since they were in tribal conditions. Close by, I found a campfire with some supplies. Then, I came across a radiated lake. I used the rocks as platforms to jump across it. Afterwards, something strange happened. Must have been some sort of anomaly. Whatever that was, I didn't stick around to find out. I got the hell out of there and ended up right before the entrance to a cavern. Going in, I stumbled upon the second scanner point. seemed to have spawned some sort of fire anomaly around it. Carefully, I retrieved the scanner.
Herman, Solder's premium coordinates smell like a scam.
His coordinates always work like a charm. But the emission could have thrown a wrench in the works.
We'll find out soon.
Heading towards the final scanning point, the radiation levels spiked. I had to drink something to bring it down, while also eating some food since I was pretty hungry. Further along, I jumped through an open window, finding plenty of ammunition. Shortly after that, I reached the last location, set the device in place.
What's that? Some kind of anomaly. Quiet! I see the scanner. Tracing for anomalous activity in radio signals. Situation unclear. You, inside. You, to the roof. Move out. HQ, who left reporting? Come in, HQ. Damn it! S.T.A.L.K.E.R PDA detected. Someone here! Oh, Finish him, and let's make tracks.
Some fireworks, huh?
Who are you?
I'm your guardian angel. Here's your bolt.
Why the hell would I need a bolt?
Take a look around.
Oh, crap.
Yep. Toss it into the anomaly, then while it resets, run like hell. Got it? Now go.
Using the bolts that the stranger gave me, I threw them ahead to trigger and reset the gravitational anomalies, swiftly making my way through them.
I knew you could do it. How'd you get here without any gear?
I was attacked while on a job. I got hit in the head, and when I woke up, I was in almost nothing but my birthday suit.
You should stop by Zalisa and check up with the doc, man. And talk to the bartender while you're there. See if he knows anything about your attackers. Squint. Damn it, man. You wanted to settle some scores, didn't you? The bastard shot him at point blank. Then took everything, even the sensors. Entire lesser zone is gonna have to clean up this mess. Head over to Zalisa and keep your mouth shut. Unless you want both of us killed.
I opened my PDA to have a better look at the zone. It was quite big. We were currently in the lesser zone. I was near a stash. I could go there on the way to Zalicia.
Lone Stalkers, the bar in Zalicia is open again. The first drink after the emission is on me.
expecting any help. Come on over. Let's have a chat.
After the fight was over, I took what I could from the bodies. The man I saved was called S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
What did those guys want from you?
Typical thug stuff. My loot, my gun, maybe my boots, if they're fancy. You're new, huh?
I am, to be honest.
Yeah, figured as much. But you have definitely taken out a few scumbags in your day. Thanks for having my back. I might be pushing my luck here, but could you lend me a hand with something else? There's 4 of us at the boiler house, not far from here. Squint, Richter, Gloomy, and myself. Squint is the leader. Richter is his right-hand man. And we just joined a group. Squint and Richter took off somewhere in the morning, and then me and Gloomy got ambushed by those bandits. I managed to make a tactical retreat, but the bastards took Gloomy. I don't know what they are doing to him, but I doubt they are throwing him a party. We need to rescue him and make those thugs regret it. Gloomy will find a way to return the favor.
I'll do it.
Dude, you rock! Don't worry, I won't just send you there empty-handed. I've got a stash close by. It's got everything you need. A gun, some ammo, the whole shebang. Whatever you don't use, consider it yours. Just make sure you've got Gloomy's back, alright?
Before setting out, I checked the stash near the post office. It was a backpack on the ground. Next, I followed Zarek's directions to his stash. It was in a radiator zone, hidden inside the wreckage of a helicopter. Finally, I reached the boiler house. The night was pitch black, perfect to infiltrate the place. The fight was brutal, and I barely made it out alive. I looted all the thugs, found the medikit among the bodies, and drank something for the radiation. Upstairs, I found Gloomy, the man S.T.A.L.K.E.R sent me to rescue.
Jorik asked me to get you out of here.
What you looking at? Expecting a reward? Check the thugs. I'm just glad they left me my suit. Wait a sec. They didn't take the detector! Those scumbags think they're too good to dive into anomalies looking for artifacts. Easier to shake down a loner on his way out.
Got anything more interesting?
Do I look like a department store to you? Fine, fine. I left my backpack in the cave. Go have a look. If you find anything useful, it's yours. Unless the bandits beat you to it, of course. Thanks for the help, Stalker. But don't count on anyone standing up for you if you run into trouble. You'll be better off that way.
As a reward, he gave me the location of his stash. Before going there, I searched the place a bit more, found a ton of supplies I desperately needed. Medikits, bandages, ammo, grenades, and most importantly, a pistol suppressor, my first weapon attachment. I also swapped the Viper I had for one in perfect condition. I unloaded the rest and threw them away. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. I set off to find Gloomy's stash. It led me to a cavern. Inside, there was a bedroll, some lanterns and supplies. I blew up a gas tank to clear the path, pressing deeper into the cave. An artifact was here. I went around the place, burning myself, trying to find the exact location. I ended up using a ton of medikits to endure the anomaly, but in the end, I got it. It was a crystal. It gave thermal protection, and when I thought everything was done, the zone didn't let anyone take a break, and the people, they weren't much better either.
Sweep the area! He's close!
Would you be so kind as to bugger off?
I had something to eat. For once, the zone seemed cold. The sunlight painted a beautiful picture. I walked down the road until I finally arrived at Silesia. I spoke with some people, listened to their stories.
I was wondering why that mutant kept getting bigger and bigger. And then it hit me.
That's hilarious!
I even joined the stalkers at the campfire. The atmosphere was utterly comforting.
I'm so over today.
I then went inside a building.
I'm looking for Solder.
Nope. Talk to Gaffer. That's him over there.
What do you want? Sit down and stay out of sight.
3 of my men never reported back from their overnight patrol around the Lesser Zone. We found their bodies by the old bridge. A trader who goes by Hamster is peddling this service weapon that belonged to one of those wardens. He got it from Squint.
Apologies, Captain, but Silesia is a free trade zone. We have an agreement with Chornobyl.
Where is Squint?
The zone has its share of secrets. Who are we to meddle in its designs?
Playing a wizened stalker sage, are you? Fine. Squint was there for sure. He finished off the wounded and looted their bodies. Is that the stalker way now?
I suppose it's not that simple.
All right. If you won't tell me, others will. Seize them!
Easy now. Nobody's going anywhere.
If you don't want the innocent to suffer, find me the culprit.
Well then, in times of war, the law falls silent.
That's how we're all here in Silesia. This maniac's gonna drink all my vodka in the street.
If anyone asks, I'm at home and busy.
Anyone at all?
Anyone.
Don't buy into that whole dog and pony show, rookie. Gaffer's been uppity, cause sort of lets him. If Korshunov was here instead of him, we'd have been standing against the wall already. The captain prefers a more diplomatic approach.
Who should I ask about Solder?
Try Zonov. The ward can find anyone you want as long as you can cut a deal with them. And you're okay with their methods. Or you could ask Gaffer. Just give him some time to get to his house. He's an easygoing guy. He usually helps rookies out, but he's had to deal with a year's worth of crap today.
I don't feel like running errands. You got anything good?
There's a guy, kinda like you, who owes me some coin. His name is Valik Lumux. I need my money back. He's new to the zone, but he already made a name for himself. Kinda like the guy. It's not about the money, really. The kid needs to learn the ways of the zone. The sooner he learns, the longer he lives. Maybe.
Sure. I can handle it.
I saw him just a couple of hours ago. He headed north, towards the water tower. I don't want his blood on my hands, though. Just scare the kid, shake him down, and get my money. And that's it. 20% is yours.
Besides that, there were 3 other jobs available. I chose to deal with the flesh mutants. After a quick look around the bar, I headed out and saw this. The sheer immersion and atmosphere the zone had was indescribable. I talked with another stalker along the way. He explained to me that the zone's technicians and traders were essential for survival. I should pay them both a visit. My first stop was the trader's shop. There, I talked with Mitya, who had a job for me.
Welcome to the area, Stalker. I've got a job for you, but I should warn you. It involves going to the poppy field.
The poppy field? What's that?
One of the zone's most infamous wonders. Lots of people are drawn there, but few ever leave. As soon as you walk into the field, it saps your energy, making you weak and drowsy. That's where our farmstead used to be before the accident. I guess it's probably still there, but you'd have to be nuts to settle down in that place.
What kind of job did you have in mind?
When my parents and I were evacuated after the accident in '86, we left a family heirloom in the root cellar. An old Orthodox icon. Bring it to me, and I'll pay you the full price of an expensive artifact. I couldn't get it on my own.
I'll bring you the icon.
I'd really appreciate it. Remember to stock up on energy drinks, though.
After that, I spoke with Hamster, the trader. I checked what he had for sale. The gas mask caught my interest, but the price was far beyond what I could afford. I settled for a single medkit. Then, I went to talk with Lance, the technician. I asked for some work.
Need a hand with anything?
I'm glad you're here. As a matter of fact, I do. A bunch of diggers who used to bring me all sorts of useful stuff have gone off the radar. I'm feeling a little uneasy about it.
I have to look for some missing persons who were looting some stashes of deceased stalkers.
Where should I start looking?
I have the coordinates for their last outing. There were 4 of them. Max Saturday, Bedlam, Vassapong, and Mastiff, the reader.
The technician could upgrade and repair my gear, if I had enough money. It was almost midnight. I wanted to find a place to sleep and stumbled across a guitar. I took it, ate something, and laid down to rest.
Looks like everyone's here. The lesser you got.
My first task of the day was to collect the bartender's debt. I saw a group of people harassing someone. I intervened.
Hey you! Loner! Come and help some good fellows. Make yourself useful. A dude who likes free stuff. Valak Lumux. Barricaded himself in that shack. Owes me a big pile of dough. And instead of paying me up, he's poking me with a gun. Go and have a nice talk with him, would ya?
Turns out this guy owed a lot of people. I went to talk to Valak.
Who's there? I'm gonna shoot!
Easy there, I just want to talk.
Are you nuts, man? I'm kinda busy here, you know? If I drop my guard for a second, these thugs will do me in. If I'm going down, I'm taking at least one of them with me.
You owe money to Warlock.
You want me to pay him back? Alright, listen up. The stash is at the water tower. At the very top. You'll know what to do once you're up there, hopefully. Don't get into an anomaly on the way.
Whoa! He's spilling the beans! Are you scared of heights, Loner? Nah, I don't give a damn. Get up to the tower and grab the stash. Now!
His stash was on top of the tower, but the path to it was riddled with anomalies. With careful steps and a handful of balls, I navigated around them, avoiding getting hit. After climbing up the ladder, I checked what was inside the stash. It had a rifle with a scope and ammunition.
Come on, Stalker. Dope ain't gonna let us go. You got a clear shot. Take him out.
After dealing with all the thugs, I looted everything before returning to talk with Valek.
Thank you, Stalker. I owe you one.
Looks like you owe money to half of the zone.
Hey, it's not what you think. I had a plan. A good one. I just didn't have enough resources. I'd have to run errands for Hamster and Gaffer for months to save up for a decent gun and a detector. That's too long. I couldn't wait forever to get a real job, you dig? And then I'd pay everyone back.
Pay up your debt to Warlock first. He promised me a cut.
Well, I was going to pay him back, honest. Now? Fair enough, that's the right thing to do. Done. I sent the coupons, both yours and Warlock's.
The first job of the day was complete, and I received my first pay. It ain't much, but it's honest work. After scavenging the site, I headed towards the poppy fields for my second job. I pressed on and discovered a new location, an abandoned storage unit. Inside, I looted all the shelves, but suddenly... It almost skipped a beat, but I managed to survive the ambush. Got plenty of radiation while doing so. After taking a drink, I went around the area, finding a fire barrel with some supplies. It looked like someone's camp. I resumed my way to the poppy fields before it got any darker. Just as I was arriving, a voice came through the radio.
Stalker, come in. If you're heading to the poppy field, stop by for a chat.
I went to talk to the man.
What are you doing in the poppy field? It's a dangerous place.
A stalker named Mityai asked me to get a family heirloom of his. It should be somewhere out there in the poppy field in a root cellar.
I've seen a root cellar there. But if you want information, you'll have to pay for it. If you're short on coupons, you can work it off. Otherwise, you can look for it on your own. It's not gonna be easy, mind you.
I didn't have enough coupons, so I offered to do some work for him instead.
How can I work it off?
I got a job from a merchant from Rostock, and I need more guns and ammo. Look, I marked the bodies in the field that I haven't searched yet. Bring me what I need, and I'll give you the coordinates for the root cellar.
How did they die?
When you fall asleep in the poppy field, you ain't waking up. That's what happened to these guys.
Fine. I'll do it.
If you start feeling drowsy, slug an energy drink. If you're out of drinks, head right back.
I accepted the job. I ran through the poppy fields, fighting against the weight of my own eyelids. I went through each one of the corpses, collecting their guns and ammo. The voices of the dead seemed to echo in my head.
Finally, I have a moment of peace. No shooting, no running around.
To fend off the sleepiness, I kept chugging energy drinks, keeping me somewhat upright, barely aware of where I stood. Somehow, I got to them all and reported back to Pomor. He handed over the coordinates I needed and even offered me a custom-built gun in exchange for the heirloom.
And I'll give you a gun. A special one. Its former owner must have built it himself.
Was tempting, but I chose to stand by my word. With the exact coordinates in hand, I went and retrieved the icon. Finally, I reached the safety of the town and handed the icon to Mityai. Another 700 coupons earned. Exhausted, I went straight to bed. Day 5. I began this day by taking care of the job to kill a pack of fleshes. Along the way, I found the corpse of a fellow stalker. Things had clearly gone wrong here. Soon enough, I encountered the mutants. Fleshes were surprisingly tough. We even lost some stalkers in the fight, but the job was done. I returned to the bartender for the reward. 500 coupons, and now I had more than 2,000 with me. Despite my earnings, I still wasn't close to affording a gas mask or a new weapon, so I bought a couple medkits. I bought some ammo, ate something, and used some bandages to heal to full health. With preparations complete, I went to talk to Gaffer about Solder.
I'm looking for someone. His name's Solder.
I know him, and I know where you can find him. But I need help too. Help me find Squint and I'll tell you about Solder.
You're gonna get the rookie involved too?
We just need someone to climb that tower, Gaffer. It's no big deal. I'd do it myself.
Have you seen the balloon in the middle of Silesia, Stalker? We need someone to climb that tower and tinker with the equipment. I'll tell the tech to contact you when you get there.
Okay, I'll help you with Squint.
I want to talk to Captain Zadov from the ward too. He was keen on finding Squint as well.
I want the sensor Squint took from the bodies of my men. If anything happens to him, I won't be too upset.
I asked around. I think he's nearby, at the warehouse. If you send a squad there...
He'll spot a squad at once. I'd rather have our friend take a look.
I think it'd be better to send your own men, Captain. They're experienced professionals, and...
Easy now, Uncle Lonia. Let's just have a seat and wait for news from whatever place you want me to send my men so badly.
I had a feeling it was a trap, so I decided to help Gaffer by climbing the antenna. This way we could track Squint's PDA. I climbed up, but the antenna was busted.
There's another antenna nearby. I've sent you the coordinates.
Before going to the antenna, I went south to find the missing persons. I arrived at the quest location. It was some sort of underground entrance. These were the people that went missing. What even happened here? I needed to find out what went wrong. I looted a rifle and a backpack from the floor. Inside the bag, there was a fuse, which I used to turn on the lights. Continuing down the dark hallway, I encountered some electric anomalies. Throwing bolts, I carefully moved my way around them. In the next room, I saw another corpse on the ground, with his head completely crushed by some sort of tank. It seemed the whole group was dead, until a wounded stalker.
What happened?
I got slammed against the wall. It's all right, the dog can patch me up. The other guys had it worse. A lot worse.
Len sent me. He said he lost contact with your group.
I'm glad he still cares. You gotta help me, man. Rescue Mastiff. That monolithian killed everybody, then took Mastiff away. We were on our way to the stash. Business as usual. So we go into the tunnel, and there he is. He calmly turns towards us. His eyes are completely blank. In the blink of an eye, everything in the room just went up in the air and slammed against us. Bedlam got killed on the spot. I got thrown against the wall. That's how I survived. Vasya, he died slowly. And Mastiff, the monster took him away. He's gonna turn him into a zombie.
Do you know where the monolithian took Mastiff?
He's gotta be in the cursed apartment building. There's a lot of nasty rumors about that place. Here, I marked it on your PDA. Good luck, man.
After this, I checked the place out and found a weird mutant on the ground, lifeless. Turning up a lever, it opened the door, which led me back outside. On the way to finding Mastiff, I stumbled upon another stalker, who was using some binoculars on a bridge. I tried to buy a medikit from him, but I didn't have enough money. Pushing forward.
Hey, you! Back off! That's my loot. I was here first. One step closer, and you're dead!
Just when I was about to leave him be, he started shooting at me. I did what I had to do. I went through the tunnel, but didn't find anything. Continuing south, I discovered an abandoned hut. Climbing a ladder to get inside, I found a backpack filled with supplies. Nearby, I heard gunshots.
I'll get to cover.
Finally, I arrived at the location marked on my map. It was a wooden cabin. Some mutated dogs came out. They were pretty intelligent. Whenever I was out of reach, they hid behind cover, waiting for me to drop down and jump at me. Nonetheless, I managed to deal with them. The cabin's main door was locked. I searched the area and found the shed. Its lock was weak, and I broke it open. Inside, I smashed a few boxes and found supplies, but most importantly, an underground passage.
May your light shine down on the souls of the brave soldiers who gave their lives in service to your will. Reveal the cunning plans of your enemies to us. Give us the power to avenge our fallen brethren. Those who are in eternal union with the monolith can never be stopped.
The attic. The attic! There.
I heard you coming. You may approach. Are you looking for your friend, Loner?
Why did you kill Mastiff's men in the tunnel?
I didn't. They broke into the lair of a deadly mutant. It attacked them before I could kill it.
I heard you saying some kind of prayer. What was that?
The monolith's prayer. It helps me concentrate. It's funny. I've forgotten how I learned to heal or kill, but I still remember the words of the prayer.
What did you do to Mastiff?
He was wounded. Badly. He didn't stand a chance without my help. I took him here and treated his wounds. Don't worry. Your friend will live. I knew this would happen.
Look for the entrance. We gotta smoke the bastard out.
It seemed the Monolithian helped Mastiff and the others. He tried to save them from a mutant attack. These people were going to kill him. I wouldn't let that happen.
There's a Monolithian in the building. He killed Mastiff's man and brought him here, and now he's hiding like a rat. You can either get out of here or get in line. We're about to light this place up.
I came here to find Mastiff.
Saturday asked you to come, huh? Good. He called me too. Told me everything. He says that Monolith's prick's about to turn Mastiff into a zombie. Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Saturday is wrong. The Monolithian didn't kill anyone. He rescued Mastiff.
What are you talking about, man? He's probably turning Mastiff into a zombie right now. Are you just stalling for time? You must be in cahoots with the Monolithian. Die, scumbag!
Not only did the attackers die, but the Monolithian perished in the chaos too. I looted all the bodies and started heading back to town. The way back was horrifying, but then I found a moment of rest and peace with my fellow stalkers around the fire. Just when I was about to take out my guitar, a lot of people started running past us. We got up and followed them. That was not only one, but 2 bloodsuckers. They slaughtered everyone. I was not proud of what I had to do, leaving my comrade behind. When I reached town, I went straight to bed. Couldn't stop thinking. The next morning, I reported back to Lance. Told him about Mastiff's group. He wasn't happy about me siding with the Monolithian, but he paid me regardless. I checked how much it cost to repair a gun, and it was super expensive. Maybe the trick was to not let them deteriorate too much. I sold one of my guns and bought 2 medikits. It felt like I was constantly spending my resources just to stay alive. Continuing with the search for Squint, I activated the antenna. Squint was located at the old mill. I stepped inside. The place was littered with traps everywhere. Carefully, I disarmed each one. At the top, I finally met Squint.
Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Easy there. I'm a friend. See? My gun is down.
If you're a friend, care to help a fellow stalker escape?
Why can't you escape on your own?
The pigs from the ward have everything locked down. But I've got my own way.
Was it you who attacked them near the old bridge at night? Why?
At night? No, I found the bastards at dawn. One was almost dead, so I finished him off. So many good stalkers had to die because those bastards wanted to show everyone who's the boss in the zone.
Got any ideas how to escape the lesser zone?
Just one, but I need an artifact. There's one in the cave nearby.
Suspicious, yeah? Like, what kind of cave?
Just a cave. Nothing special about it.
But it has to be me that goes there, not you.
Alright, there's an anomaly field there. That's it, really.
That's all I need to know.
So can you help? It's a matter of life and death.
Alright. I'll get you the artifact.
Ooh, I know a stalker when I see one. I'll wait for your triumphant return.
I went to the cave's location and got inside. That scum didn't tell me that there was a bloodsucker there. I went up to confront him.
You got the artifact?
Why the hell didn't you tell me about that scary thing in the cave?
Would you have gone in there if I did? That's why.
As much as I wanted to kill him, I decided to let him go. Be the better man.
Here you go. Now hit the road.
Well, ain't you a peach, stalker? I can't give you any money, sorry, don't got any. No gear either. Mine's all worn out. Well, except for this warden stuff. I got no clue what it is, but maybe it'll come in handy. So long. Zone willing, we'll meet again.
I went back to town and spoke to Richter.
I've got what you're looking for. My part is done. Now spill it about Solder.
I told you I never had any doubts about you, didn't I? He's an IPSF tech, a slippery type. You don't look like the kind of guy Solder normally deals with.
Tell me more about IPSF.
Another security organization from the mainland that thinks it can push stalkers around. They always stay behind the perimeter, though. Seriously, though, Solder is a greedy coward, always willing to stab someone in the back. How he ended up in IPSF is beyond me. Then again, IPSF is home to all kinds of scumbags.
Is that all you know?
I knew Solder before, in passing. So he took him under his wing at the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, huh? They say IPSF are mapping anomalies there. So that's how you know him. What were you doing at the old bridge? Looking for anomalies? Or was there something more to it?
Tell me about Suhin.
He's the man in charge of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Solder's commanding officer. If Malachite published a guide to the worst scumbags in the zone, they put his ugly muck right on the cover. He ordered his men to ice 2 stalkers once. You know why? For smuggling stuff he sold them himself, then realized he could get a better deal. If Suhin met a Grizzlyan, even Gaffer would be grateful, and he's an honest-to-goodness pacifist.
Tell me more about the S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
They say it can be used to draw maps of anomalies. Nobody knows for sure, and anyone who does ain't telling anyone. It's a relic from Project X times. I'd stay away from stuff like that if I was you. Taking the sphere by storm would be even dumber than walking into the zone without any bolts. I strongly advise against this course of action. But I've got an idea.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I learned something interesting. After the ward started raising hell, Suhin ordered his men to sweep the backup communication center under the ribs.
Why? Are there monsters there?
Worse, evidence of Suhin's illegal activities. Get it? You might be able to find something useful in there. Something that'll open a door for us.
I needed to get into the Sphere's abandoned communication hub next. The next day, I asked around for more jobs. Everything was already taken by other rookies for the moment. After selling my jacket and some PDAs, I headed towards the abandoned communication hub. As I got closer to the place, the anomalies became more frequent. My echo detector started beeping. Then, I saw it. A massive gravitational anomaly. A swirling sphere of rubble suspended in midair. I carefully moved through it, guided by the beep of my echo detector, until finally finding the artifact. It was a goldfish, uncommon rarity. Maybe I could sell this for some good money. I went inside the place. It was so eerie and dark. I stumbled upon the corpse of a private. I took his gun and some food. I found the PDA with a voice note.
All set. The tunnel codes have been updated. It's 2765 now.
It included the code I needed to proceed, but before that, I went back to town. I bought some medkits and went to sleep. The sphere was my next destination. I had to cross a tunnel full of acid anomalies, carefully maneuvering through them. I arrived at the passcode locked door. Entering the code, I stepped into the sewers. I had to get in awful dirty water, crouching to get through the tunnels. I even heard someone shouting. But I kept pushing forward. Along the way, I came across some boxes. Breaking them open, I found some much needed ammo. But then...
Sweet.
One of the toughest battles I'd faced so far. I burned through bandages and grenades just to survive, but in the end, I was victorious. They all had military gear. I looted all the corpses and moved on. Deeper into the complex, I scavenged through some lockers and found more ammo. Lying on a table was an OZK Explorer suit. It had much better physical, chemical, and electrical protection. I equipped it.
Oi!
Drop the gun.
Who'd you sell Herman out to?
Huh. You got some nerve, mate. Breaking into a military base, raising hell, and now you're pestering me with questions.
When was the last time you cleaned that thing? You understand a misfire a lot if you don't take care of them.
Well, I'm a lucky guy.
Well, your stove's on fire.
What? Look, I'm a nobody. I just put anomalies on the map. Sure, I sold stuff on the side to guys like you, but that's it. Nestor runs the scanner business.
Nestor?
He's the one you should be talking to. The kingpin of garbage. This huge pile of trash, you can't miss it. It's north of... Oh, goddamn bread. Thanks, mate. Nestor. North of Zalesia. Oh. Hang on. Did you get busted? Listen, I didn't betray Herman. I've sold some people out in my day. But not you guys. Oh.
The zone didn't need any more killing. I decided to just knock him out. I went around the room exploring every nook and cranny.
Keep looking.
After dealing with that, I found Solder's bedroom, where I looted a ton of stuff, one of which was a high-capacity magazine for my pistol. I installed it. As I headed out, I encountered more military soldiers. Getting out of this military complex was tougher than I thought. They were everywhere. Got outside. It was nighttime, past midnight in fact. I hid behind the truck. I needed to find a way out. With my lights turned off and moving slowly, I searched for an exit. I sneaked around the perimeter wall, but then...
Grenade out!
I made a run for it, trying to dodge the gunfire but getting hit on the way. Nonetheless, I made it out.
Head over to the detention center. My, friends there might be able to help you with Nestor. Use the northern checkpoint. Ask the gaffer for the key.
On the way, I stumbled upon an artifact on top of a corpse, called Flash. It seemed to provide some electrical protection. Sun was rising. I spent the whole night awake. I was really tired. Needed to head back to town. But that was not the only reason.
Incoming a mission! Take cover, everyone! Stay outside and you'll get a lavish funeral, orchestra and all, at your own expense.
to the trader and sold my outfit and a pistol I looted. Got 2,000 coupons for that. I used that money to buy all the healing items I could. Talking with Gaffer, he gave me the keys I needed.
This is Captain Zoltov. The ward's investigation in the Lesser Zone is now concluded. You have been granted freedom of movement once again. But be warned, any transgressions will have severe consequences. No more second chances.
It seemed I wasn't the only one leaving this place. Before leaving the Lesser Zone, I asked the bartender if there were any jobs available.
Got any work for me?
Sure do. I was starting to think I'd have to go out there myself.
There was one that caught my eye. To get an artifact. The pay was huge. I took that one. Thing is, it wasn't a marked location. I needed to happen to come across a whirlwind artifact to be able to complete this job. While preparing for the task, I discovered a medic in town. I took the opportunity to buy 4 medkits. Then, I also visited the guide. He would provide a fast travel to previously discovered locations for a price. Lastly, I went to the barn in town looking for a stash. I had to climb up a fence and get onto the roof to get it. It had plenty of ammo, healing items, and drinks. I decided to go for every single stash I didn't get to in the Lesser Zone before leaving this place for good. I reorganized my inventory since I was carrying a pretty heavy weight, sold my artifacts to the merchant, I headed out. First, I went to the guide's drop, southwest of Zelicia. It was a destroyed house, torn apart. Gravitational anomaly was in its center. Using one of my bolts, I was able to reset it for long enough to get inside and get the backpack. Really good find. Next, the post office. Doing some parkour, I got up on a truck, which I used to get on top of a roof, where the stash was awaiting. Third one, fences loot. Dealt with some dogs on the way. The place was super radiated. I had to get into a dirty lake, but managed to take everything. Fourth stash, missing persons loot. This one caught me off guard. Never thought rats could be this scary. At least, I lost the bloodsucker. Thanks to the energy drinks, I managed to outrun the bloodsucker and get back to town. I stopped by my personal stash to store some things. I changed my AKM for a new one in pristine condition. Then, suddenly, people said we were under attack. I went quickly to check what was happening. Turned out to be rats. Just rats. Looking for the next stash, I ran into some company. Not only were there some mutated dogs, but also thugs.
I'm hiding here! Blow us to hell!
Nobody here. Put down your gats.
Gotta get some slugs!
Having cleared the place up and loaded the bodies, I stumbled upon a corpse right next to a fire anomaly. The poor bastard was trying to get to the stash too. I climbed up the ladder and found it. It was an Aurora gas mask and a backpack. It had better thermal and electrical protection, but much worse physical protection. Maybe worth selling. Next, I encountered a huge gravitational anomaly. Using my bolts, I was able to reset it and grab the artifact just in time. It was a crown, an uncommon rarity. It fetched a premium price, giving physical protection and endurance. Right near a rock, I located the stash, but I was over-encumbered. Worse still, I couldn't climb up where I came from. The terrain forced me to take the long way around. But things were about to get even worse. Together, we managed to take it down, but not without casualties. Back at my stash, I reorganized everything, sold the crown artifact and the gas mask. Now, I had more money than ever before. Having everything ready, I repaired some of my weapons at the tech. Early in the morning, I went out trying to look for the whirlwind artifact. Instead, I found one called Pebble. In the next location I went to, I saw something incredible. It wasn't like the other anomalies. This one looked like a bubble in the middle of the air. Next, I came across another stalker.
Help me out, Loner. My bro died in an anomaly. I can't just leave him there, you know. We got to get him out. My bro owed some dough to some real bad dudes, and he just couldn't break even. Eventually he got desperate and decided to try his hand at the artifact biz. That's how he ended up in that anomaly. I'm asking you, man to man, you gotta get him out of there.
Why don't you get him out on your own? He's your friend, right?
I'll end up dead too. I'd rather pay a pro.
All right, I'll help you.
Now we're talking. It's a deal. And no robbing the dead, okay? Show my bro some respect. Right to stay alive in there, bro.
I got through it and grabbed the corpse. After struggling for a bit, I managed to bring the body to his friend.
Pat him down. Grand. How about toasting my bro?
Here you go. May he rest in peace.
Bubs was right. There's still some decent folk out there. Give me a sec. I'll send you the coupons. You know what? You got any problems, give me a call. I got your back. Word is bond.
It felt good doing something nice in the zone, make things better for a change. It was time to leave the lesser zone. I made my way to the northern checkpoint, using the keys Gaffer had given me to unlock the door. As soon as I did, I received 1,500 coupons. Parting gift, perhaps. The path ahead was full with anomalies. I managed to navigate through them, finally arriving at garbage. First thing I saw was an army tank sunken in a destroyed bridge, a haunting sight. The zone was unforgiving. I entered the detention center, thinking the place was clear, but I was wrong. I found the key inside an office, which I used to open a door downstairs which led me to a hallway. And there, I saw some sort of fire anomaly erupting from the ground. I eventually went through the other side of the building, and upstairs, I found Richter's contact.
I don't know what the hell you're doing here, Stalker. But you got here just in the nick of time. The question is, can we trust you?
Do you trust Richter? He's the one who sent me here. He said you could help me find Nestor.
Ha! You just might be our ace in the hole. We've got a certain interest in the basement under the factory. And we found one of Nestor's hideouts there, too. He's got quite an archive. And my gut tells me there's some clues down there about his current whereabouts. But we've got a problem. The ward. They've sealed off every exit from the factory and jammed all our communications. And they did it while my men were inside. We could really use a good man who can make short work of a problem like this.
Why don't you rescue your men on your own? Am I really that special?
Well, I can name one advantage. You don't really know us. Worst case scenario, you won't tell the wardens too much. And they're experts at loosening people's tongues. Trust me.
What do you want Nestor for?
We don't really need the old man himself. But he's like a magpie. He steals anything that isn't nailed down. And I'd love to see whatever he's got from the lab under the factory. Documents, specimens, you name it.
You're way too disciplined for a bunch of loners. Who are you?
You're a sharp one, huh? Where's Spark? We used to help scientists unravel the mysteries of the zone. But now the whole zone is in serious danger. And we're standing against that danger. The ward.
I'll see what I can do to help your people.
You don't need to go in guns blazing. The building is large and dilapidated. There are plenty of ways to get past the patrols and security checkpoints. The last time my squad made contact was in the basement. The place you're looking for is down there too. I'll send you the lab access codes. They might come in handy. Hold on. Here, take my gun. If we end up in a firefight, the zone likes it quiet. That's what we say.
Star gave me the lab access codes and a gun. After waiting out an emission, I made my way to the building. Instead of heading through the front entrance, I went all the way around the perimeter looking for any other way to get in, until I found a hole in the wall.
Suspicious activity!
At last, I reached the passcode to lock the door.
Well, well. The detention center sent word that a stalker is coming to help. So I'm gonna treat you as a friend. For now.
Who am I talking to?
I'd rather introduce myself some other time. Your death isn't part of my plans. I suggest you come to me. Up the stairs. I sent you the code to the door.
I had no idea who this guy was, but I didn't want to be there any longer. I went up the stairs to meet him.
It's me, Stiff.
Give me a hand. Go on, turn it on. Easy, we've got an infinite amount of time ahead.
That thing we activated, it was wrong. It made them kill each other. I continued down the hallway and encountered some sort of gas anomaly. My echo detector didn't find any artifacts, but I went to take a closer look. Then I saw it, an ecologist suit with incredible protection all around. I equipped it and got out of there.
It was nice meeting you. I'll see you around, Skiff.
Eventually, I made it outside. It was nighttime, and rain poured down relentlessly, almost 4 in the morning. I needed to go to the slag heap and meet Tagoar, Nestor's technician, and find out what he knew. After walking for what felt like forever under the rain, I arrived at the settlement. First person I met was having some trouble.
Oh man, shoot. What am I supposed to do now? I lost my rifle in the trench and I can't retrieve it. Would you help me, bro?
Why won't you retrieve it on your own?
Too many rats to go there naked. And all of my hair is back at the tax. Man, help me, would ya?
All right. I'll pull it out for you.
Thanks, Stalker.
Before taking care of this, I wanted to get inside the settlement.
Well, well, looks like we got a new guest. Fresh from the Cardone, are you? Or is it the Lesser Zone? I'm guessing the Gaffer sent you.
That's right. He did.
I knew it! Welcome, welcome. Here, have a drink. To new friends.
Do you have any work for me?
I always have work for decent folk. Take your pick.
There were some jobs available. I chose to punish some thieves.
Some idiots got themselves into debt playing cards. Or maybe they missed a payment to the bandits. I don't know. Thing is, they've been going through my client's stashes. No one with half a brain would ever get themselves into a mess like that. And in the zone, idiots all end up in the same place, the ground. How about you show them the way?
I like it. I'm in.
Deal. Now, have one for the road.
Grabbing some drinks, I joined a group of friendly people.
What's up, Stalker? You want to join us for a drink? Sounds good to me. We got something to run by you too. You interested in making some money?
Easy there, don't pressure him. Let's start with that drink. I'll pour you a little one, all right?
Sure. Why not?
Attaboy. Pour him a little extra.
How about a toast, buddy? What should we drink to?
Here's to good company.
May we have a hell of a time together. Feel like hell when we're apart.
We're gonna get so loaded, we'll feel like hell whether we're together or not.
I could tell right away you were our kind of guy. Too many teetotalers nowadays. We've got this friend called Panas. He's like a bloodhound for loot. Unfortunately, he caught some rats the other day. But he's a smart guy, so he told us to leave some meds in his stash.
But we forgot which stash.
Ah, shut up. Anyway, just to be safe, we need to put a bottle in each of his 3 stashes. Can you help us out?
Why don't you put the bottles there on your own?
Well, that was the plan. We'd bought everything, and then...
We thought we'd have one for the road. And well, we had a bit too much. Like half a liter too much.
We can tell you're a good guy. We can see it in your eyes.
Okay, I'll do it. But I don't take vodka as payment.
Oh, come on. Once Panas recovers and comes back, we'll pay you real good.
And by the way, no stealing from the stashes, okay? Don't forget the vodka.
Take the bottle on the table.
After exploring the place a bit more, I finally found Diode.
Come on, spit it out. I can tell by your face you're here to talk business, not chat about life.
Nestor, the scanner. Ring a bell? The only right answer is an honest one.
Why, hello there. First those thugs, and now I gotta deal with you. At least you didn't stab me right off the top. Guess that means we can negotiate. So what do I get for being honest?
You got problems, that's obvious. I can help you deal with them, in exchange for some information.
Straight to the point, huh? Without Nestor, this place is a mess. I don't want to get involved. A good tech is worth his weight in gold. But kingpins are expendable.
Where can I find Nestor?
If you think I had a hand in it, you're barking up the wrong tree. His job brings all sorts of trouble, some of it pretty dangerous. And with Nestor gone, it's obvious that whoever came looking for me knew we were working together.
What happened to you? Don't spare any details.
I've got a workshop not far from here. The only ones who knew about it were Nestor and me. And now the thugs do too, apparently. They showed up without warning. Of course. I'm not that much of a fighter. I'm better with tools than a gun, so I had to get creative. I turned the scanner on, it created a bunch of anomalies, and I managed to get away.
You sure know a lot about scanners for an ordinary tech. How?
Why shouldn't I? I've been in the zone for a long time now. I used to tinker with all kinds of different gadgets for S.T.A.L.K.E.R back at Yanef. I've looted a few Project X labs with stalkers too. The scanners are based on Project X tech. Once you've handled their stuff a few times, you know which buttons to press.
Project X? What's that?
A network of labs. Beats me what the hell they were doing there, but I've seen a couple of papers indicating that they used to experiment on people. Labs are crawling with mutants to this day. You can put 2 and 2 together, Stalker. As for me, I'd rather not. I'm an engineer, not a mathematician.
Do you suspect anybody in particular for the attack?
I'm telling you, Nestor's business is nothing but trouble. If you're gonna start getting involved in it, you better stock up on ammunition. You really ought to take a look around my workshop. I figure you might find something useful in those thugs' pockets. I'm better off here at the slag heap. But if you want for risks, I'll give you the coordinates.
All right, I'll have a look at your workshop.
Whatever you find there, bring it to me. I want to see it.
He gave me the coordinates to his workshop. I needed to go there and look for any clues. Before heading to bed, I met with the local trader. I sold him the artifact I found back at the Leather Zone. After organizing my inventory in my personal stash, I began the day by tackling the drunken man's gig. I needed to put some bottles inside 3 different stashes. As I left the settlement, I saw the same guy still looking at the trenches where he lost his rifle. I decided to give him a hand. I had to drop to the radiated water to retrieve his gun. I was tempted on keeping it to myself, but I decided to give it back.
Here, don't lose it again.
Decent folk are a rare sight here in Garbage. You're gonna have a hard time.
Continuing with the mission, I arrived at the first stash, where something strange happened. There seemed to be some weird anomaly that made me hear things that weren't real. No matter, I climbed up the tree and checked the stash. It had 2 artifacts. Could make a good amount of money, but that wasn't all. It also had a better detector, superseding the echo. I was in a dilemma. This loot was too good to pass up, but at the same time, we just made a toast for good company. As hard as it was, I did the right thing and left everything intact. The second stash was buried under rubble and planks. Nearly impossible to spot. I found some great loot once more, a scope and a silencer. Again, I wrestled with temptation, but stuck to my principles. On my way to the third stash, my echo detector guided me to another artifact, a stone blood. Wasn't rare, but any was welcome to sell for some money. Following this, I arrived at some sort of acid field and almost got struck by lightning. The detector was beeping again. It was hard to find between all the acid anomalies, but I managed to grab another artifact. Just as I was getting out of there, I heard some dogs, gunfire, and my echo detector again. I spotted some loners. They took care of the mutants, and I retrieved the artifact. Arriving at the final location, I didn't see any stashes or trees to climb. Maybe it was underground. Nearby, I got to a cavern, and inside...
Hey, what are you doing here, Stalker?
Misha and Grisha asked me to put some vodka in your stashes. It's to protect you against radiation.
Damn. So that's it? I gave them money for anti-rad, not booze.
Doesn't vodka cure radiation?
Sure, if you drink it. I haven't touched a drop of alcohol in a month. Damn vodka stopped me from going any further than the garbage. Quit being a digger because I wanted to explore the entire zone. And I still do. I want to be a real stalker, you know? If I slip now, I'll probably just end up getting wasted in the middle of a dump. Well, maybe a couple of sips won't hurt. Hey, you got any anti-rad?
I got some. Here you go.
Whoa, thanks. Here's your payment. I should have paid you right away instead of trusting those 2 bozos. That's enough. I'm leaving tonight. I'll head to the Dugat, maybe even Pripet. Misha and Grisha can find another drinking buddy. Take care. I'll just finish my smoke, and then I'll be on my way.
Felt good to help another stalker. On the way back to the settlement, I stumbled upon a maze-like dumpster filled with abandoned vehicles. Breaking open some boxes, I found a modest amount of supplies alongside a stash. Shortly after, I got chased by some flashes. Getting away from them was a nightmare. It truly felt like a maze. In the end, I managed to find an exit and arrived at the settlement. Before finishing the day, someone offered me a job.
I've got a job for you. It's real simple, and the pay is good. My buddies are planning to give a debtor of mine a warm welcome. I need you to help them out so he cracks faster. We'll split the profits. It's an easy job for a stalker like you, and you'll make a lot of coupons. Deal?
Who's the mark?
No way. If I spill the beans, you'll do him in yourself. You don't need to know his name. All you gotta do is to stick around.
How often do you have jobs like this?
Yeah, it depends. The zone is a fickle mistress. But no worries. Nobody's filed a complaint yet.
Sounds easy enough. I'm in.
Great! I'll send you the coordinates. My buddies will meet you there. Do what they say, and make sure the deal goes through. They know about your payment.
I accepted it and went to sleep. After selling the 3 artifacts I had found for 5,000 coupons, the trader gave me a job.
Got any work for me?
See that mop in the corner? It's all yours. I can't trust you stalkers with my merchandise. You either steal it or die trying.
Watch your tone if you want to make a deal with me.
Yeah, you're right. That was rude of me. A courier of mine went missing along with a shipment recently, so I'm a little on edge.
What kind of shipment are we talking about?
A valuable one. That's all you need to know.
What happened to the courier?
Beats me. Nothing good, I'll tell you that much.
I could try looking for your shipment.
Gonzo, that's my courier, last contacted me near the delivery place. The brood's got a lair there. I'll mark it on your map. Ask them if they saw anything suspicious. I really don't want to explain myself to the Shah, the boss of the brood. He's got a screw loose.
Arriving at the place, something felt off. The door was locked, and when I peeked through the window, I saw a corpse. Everyone was dead. Searching for a way in, I realized everything was blocked. Then, I noticed a machine. By getting inside some containers, I was able to get on top of it and climb onto the roof. I searched the bodies and found the PDA. It seemed there was a gang fight here. I needed to pick up the brood's shipment from someone named Doesn't. I headed there. After taking everyone down, I looted the corpses. Got an outfit and a gas mask from one of them. I needed to get into a locked room. After circling around the place, I found a way to drop inside.
Hold on, Stalker. Don't shoot. If you're after the package, you can have it. I don't want anything to do with it. It's all the Dome and his stupid ideas. Let's make a deal, huh? I can explain everything.
Sure. Explain away.
No one was supposed to get hurt. The Dome and 2 of my men were supposed to come to the spot early and tell the courier the Shah had dispatched them to pick up the shipment. But the courier must have suspected something. The deal was delayed, so the Dome had to stick around, and then the Shah's men showed up. It was a mess. Now I just want to stay alive and get out of here.
Why did you risk moving against Shah?
Because the bastard screwed us out of our cut. He's gone off his rocker with greed. Doing deals behind Freedom's back is one thing. Those suckers are there to get fleeced. But now he's lashing out at his own. The guy's paranoid. He keeps our money for himself and shows no respect to any of us. Half the gang would love to get rid of him. I know the coordinates for his stash. He's got a special gun there. A nice one from the mainland. Take it and the package and let me go. Deal?
Alright, give me the goods and the info on Shah's stash.
I knew we could figure something out. I sent you the coordinates for both. A piece of advice, though. Don't show that gun at the brood bar. The Shah doesn't look too kindly on guys who touch his stuff. He takes them to his office, then dumps what's left of them outside.
With the coordinates to the stash, I picked up the shipment and headed back to the settlement to return it. As I traveled, someone called for help over the radio. The stalker was trapped in a field of electric anomalies. I made my way to him.
God, am I ever going to see you? Get me out of here!
Why don't you just walk out of here on your own?
See, here's the thing. My teacher said I gotta work on my anomaly sense. Then I can trust my gut instead of relying on some fancy gear. So I listened to my gut and I went after an artifact. I even left my bolts at the camp. You think it worked?
Follow me.
One step at a time, my friend. One step at a time.
After helping him escape, he gave me an artifact as a reward.
Meeting you was a real stroke of luck. Almost like when I met my teacher.
Tell me about your teacher.
He's Lex the Legend. He's tough as nails. He can even take snorks down mano a mano. His anomaly sense is so sharp, he doesn't even need a detector. You know, most seasoned stalkers just brush you off when you ask him for help. But Lex is always there for you. He ain't stuck up on nothing. You guys really gotta meet each other. Come to the flea market. He'll teach you everything too. First lessons are on the house.
I think I've earned a reward, don't you?
Sure thing. I can offer you some money, or maybe an artifact.
I'll take the artifact.
Abracadabra, and it's all yours. If you ever swing by the flea market, give me a holler. I'll introduce you to my teacher. Maybe he'll take you under his wing.
I returned to the anomaly field since my echo detector was beeping and grabbed the shop class artifact. Next job was to meet up with Tagoar's man at the car park to help collect some debt. I restocked on healing items, bought some bullets, and picked up a new pump-action shotgun. Before leaving, I stopped to chat with the drunken friends.
Well, there you are. Where's Panas? Answer me.
No Panas, no coupons.
You asked me to put vodka in his stashes. That's what I did.
If Panas didn't stop by to say thanks, then no, you didn't.
We ain't stupid.
No offense, Stalker, but you didn't come through for us. So how about we pour you a drink as a consolation?
I'll pass on the vodka.
Turning into a teetotaler, are you?
Well, more for us then.
At the meeting point, the main gate was locked. Then, someone appeared.
Hey, our muscles showed up. Go ahead. Here will tell you what to do.
When we're done with this customer, get a new piece. How nice of you to show up.
Here's the deal, Stalker. Freeze and hand over your coupons. Do it with Shay, and you can leave.
Can we make a deal?
You want a deal? Sure. We take all your loot, and you get out of here.
They ain't gonna let you go, man.
Shut up!
Empty your pocket, Stalker. I'm getting tired of waiting. You're a little slow, huh? We'll help you loosen up.
Kill the brick!
What the hell?
Spare me a method, would you?
Got a bandage, man? I need some patching up.
Here. Take it.
Thanks. Those thugs roughed me up real good. I'm lucky all I lost was money. I thought I was a goner. Bye-bye. I ought to kill him for setting me up like that. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
What do you know about him?
He hangs around the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, offering stalkers a part-time job. Help my buddies, and you can split the loot. But it's a setup. Those buddies of his just rob the stalkers blind. He keeps running this same scheme over and over again. And there are always guys who fell for it.
Need a hand dealing with Babai?
Oh yeah. I've got an idea that might just work. He usually hangs around the slag heap. It'll be tough to nail him there. But if we lure him out, taking him down ought to be a piece of cake. Especially for a guy like you. But you'll have to do it alone for the plan to work. Are you in?
Why do I have to go alone? What are you gonna do?
I can't go to Slag Heap as long as Babai is there. So you gotta do it on your own. In the meantime, I'll collect the money for your bounty. I got nothing on me now. Those bastards took it all.
What's the plan?
Go talk to Babai. Tell him I escaped, and I'm out for the revenge. Show him his buddy's gun to make it seem more convincing. Make him think he needs to run. Lure him outside, then deal with him. I wish I could be there when he croaks. But I swear, I'll pay you plenty of coupons for his head.
It was time to make him pay. I looted all the bodies and returned to the settlement.
What are you doing?
David Akapian sends his regards.
Huh? All right, I got it. If that's all, run along. I'm a busy man.
He asked me to show this to you. Look familiar?
Akopion took out my men? I better get the hell out of here and lay low for a while. Let the bastard turn the zone upside down looking for me. Look, why don't you help me get to my stash? Keep me safe, and I'll pay you plenty. It's a win-win. Deal?
Let's get moving.
I tricked him into thinking I will escort him to safety.
You do the job, you get the coupons. We'll take it from here. I can't stick around garbage for too long.
Where are you gonna go?
The lesser zone. It may be poor, but the suckers there are easy marks. The gaffer treats them like children. They need a taste of real life. Don't worry about me. And make sure you don't cross my men in the future. My memory for kindness is awfully short.
One less scumbag in the zone. I went back to talk to the guy I saved.
I heard Zakhar Babai fled the Slag Heap. Did you lure him out? How did it go?
Yeah, he won't bother us again.
Thanks. Now that bastard can't hurt anyone ever again. Oh, I wish I'd been there to tell him goodbye and spit in his face. Here's your payment as promised. I wish I could pay you even more, considering all you have done. I'll raise a glass to your health at Bowser's. Actually, make it several glasses. After that, I'll figure out what's next. Maybe I'll stick around here. It should be safer now.
Double payment. This was a good day of work. Next job I tackled was to punish some thieves southwest. Should be an easy gig, but things never are simple in the zone.
No chumps in sight. Chill out.
Often, your journey in the zone takes a turn for the unexpected.
I tore a Snork's gas mask off once, and it dropped dead right away. I don't waste bullets on them anymore. I just take them down, up close and personal.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Like is the legend, the man that S.T.A.L.K.E.R mentioned, the one I saved from the anomaly, he was responsible for putting him in danger. I joined them to hear more of this nonsense.
If you're facing off against a poltergeist, get drunk first. Those creatures are blind and deaf, but they can still sense your presence. But if you can't sense yourself, the mutants can't either.
Oh, cool. Here I thought vodka was only good against radiation.
I trust your hunt was successful, Stalker. If not, feel free to seek my advice. I collaborate with scientists and possess extensive knowledge. I've been to both S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Pripyat. I'll give you my first tip free of charge. We're a close-knit community after all. We all tread in the shadow of the same perimeter and seek refuge from the same emissions. What say you?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Ever tried disabling an anomaly with a grenade? A well-placed hit won't destroy it outright, but it can render the anomaly harmless for about a minute. But figuring out when it will come back to life requires either guts or hours of observation. Now, would you like another tip? The next one will cost you.
Are you gonna tell me how important it is to develop my anomaly sense? Amalgam almost bit the dust trying to develop his.
Look, listening to advice is only half the battle. You also need to know how to put it into action.
Hey! Are you messing with us?
Easy, guys. Just give us a couple of minutes alone. I got this. I don't want to keep my audience waiting, so let's cut to the chase. You're looking for either money or loot. We're both reasonable men, so how about we make a deal?
Killing him was too extreme, so I decided to make a deal.
Really? So what are you suggesting?
I'll give you the coordinates of a stash. It's got some choice loot, you'll love it. After that, we'll never cross paths again. Now, assuming we're on the same page, leave this place. Stop hindering others from seeking enlightenment.
He gave me the coordinates to a legendary stash. I wasn't sure what to do. Letting him live would put other rookies in danger, but at the same time, putting his life to an end didn't seem reasonable. I just hoped this encounter left him scared enough to think again before lying. I set off to finish the job I needed to complete. All was done.
Hi, Stalker. Want a drink?
Your client's stashes are safe now. I hope those dumb thieves take a little dirt nap, just like you asked.
You're good at your job, Loner. Here's your reward. You earned it.
The last side mission in my journal to complete had me go and talk to Star.
Someone contacted me while I was in there. He helped me out. One of your men.
Actually, I'm one of his men. You don't need to know more than that yet. When the time comes, he'll find you.
Your men are dead. But I guess you already know that, don't you?
I do. Their sacrifice can't have been in vain. We have to go back. We haven't discussed payment yet, but I don't like to be in debt to anyone. Good luck. May you find your path through the zone.
I've been thinking some things over, but all that matters is that we made it here in one piece, right? And the artifact could have failed.
What happened to you on the way here?
Bumped into a bunch of noontiders. They had some kind of hardware with them. If I didn't know the monolith was done for, I'd have thought they were making those totems again. I hid in the bushes right away, but I was like 15 feet away from them. I don't know how they missed me.
Why were you trying to get here?
I guess I screwed up in the lesser zone. Listen, that guy at the factory, was he pissed off?
He was in good spirits.
Really? Then I guess he's forgiven me.
With all that done, I started going through all the stashes I had marked on my PDA. First one was right there in the building. I had to take care of the annoying poltergeist that roamed around. Then, found the corpse with some keys. I used them to unlock a door of a room full of ammo and supplies. After waiting for another mission to pass, I wasn't able to find the stash. It seemed to be located at the rooftop, but the path to it was locked. Instead, I found another bag up on a guard tower. Heading to another stash, something strange happened. I started hearing voices, but nobody was there. I started getting drowsy, even though I slept normally. The door leading to the loot was locked by a key. Looking around the town, I ended up finding a key inside a broken TV. Finally, I got to the stash. It contained a high-capacity AKM-74 magazine. My inventory was full though, so I returned to the slag heap to store my stuff. My ecologist suit got heavily damaged from the fight, and repairs were super expensive. So, I changed it for a Marauder suit. The stash hunt continued. One was hiding under some tunnel. Got a nice weapon, but also some company. Another stash. The one Lex the Legend sent me to. It just had a note, saying that I was lucky to not have a bullet in my skull. I should have killed that scumbag. I kept exploring the whole area, finding even more unmarked stashes. I even got inside an abandoned construction site, trying to escape from electric anomalies that chased me relentlessly. Found the loot all the way down in the basement inside a chest. At another construction site, I had to do some tricky balancing to not fall down in order to open another stash. Next to it, I found the PDA with the location of more loot. I kept on scavenging. While heading to another marked location, a sniper. Indeed, the attacker had a true sniper rifle. I grabbed it, would have to repair it later. But then, what happened next? I wasn't ready for that. needed to get out of there. Quick. My next objective was to examine a workshop for clues about Nestor's disappearance. Just as I was arriving at the location, a strange anomaly caught me off guard. I got inside the place, but the door to the room was locked. I needed to find the keycard. Looking around, I found an opening that led underground. I encountered huge amounts of electricity alongside of fire anomalies. There was a body, one of Diode's attackers. Approaching the source of the anomaly, I realized it was a scanner. I turned it off. Now, I was able to properly search the place up. One of the attackers had the keycard. With that, I went up a ladder which led me directly to the other side of the locked door. After going through a hole in the wall, I found a high-capacity M10 magazine inside a chest. I needed to show Diode the keycard.
I found this on the bandits. Look familiar?
Of course it does. It's a keycard to my workshop, a spare one. It was Nestor's. The hell you get me into, you old prick?
Do you think whoever sent those men after you has Nestor?
I'd bet on it. And you better believe Nestor's singing like a canary. Can't blame him, though. It's hard to keep your secrets when somebody's pulling your toenails out with pliers. And believe me, plenty of guys at the slag heap own pliers, not just techs.
Any idea who they were working for?
None whatsoever. When it comes to the whole scanner business, I'm just a cog in the machine. I haven't got a clue who the customer is. As for Nestor, well, he had everything written down. As far as I know, he kept all his records in a special stash. Why don't you go and check it out? You never know.
All right. I'll go have a look.
You've got the coordinates. Keep me posted.
I went upside and up some ladders. Then I had to go through a lot of rubbish and trash, full of radiation. After navigating carefully through the place, I finally arrived at the coordinates.
Richter? Richter?
Skiff.
What are you doing here?
Just living a little. I mean, take a look at the view. Stay away from the edge. Isn't it beautiful?
It's a lot of trash. Food waste, human waste, you name it.
You could find anything you wanted here, Skiff. A friend, an enemy, money, death, miracles, even yourself.
You ever been to the zone center?
Not to the plant, no. You can't get in.
Why are the stalkers so obsessed with the CNPP?
Because the plant is the heart of it all. It's the very essence of the zone. I mean, you won't find anything there now. It's a plunder pyramid. Word is even the wish granter was stolen. But I have been to Pripyat, and this will pay for one ride.
What?
Oh, we got hammered once and went on the Ferris wheel. We had a hell of a time! If crows are nesting in the landfill now, that means... Skiff? Have you ever lost something you've loved? What happened? Fine. So what do you think of the zone then?
I said that it was a change to turn my life around.
Although, looks like it's going straight to hell right now.
It may seem so, but that's the will of the zone. It knows what's best for us all. If you ever go to Pripyat, the first ride on the Ferris wheel is on me. I know it might seem like the zone is nothing but darkness to you now, Skiff. But trust me, it's always sunny in Pripyat. You'll see the other side of the zone soon enough.
I got to Nestor's stash. There was a flash drive inside.
You might be an egghead, Herman, but your plan sucks. Let's do it the smart way, okay? You throw the scanners away with the circuit trash. Make sure nobody sees you. Diggers get them and bring them to the labyrinth for radiation cleanup. I'll get artifacts to absorb the radiation. Swiping a few from loners ain't a problem. Once clean, I'll send Dio to tinker with them just like we talked about. Then we scatter them around the dig site, and I'll send the coordinates to our buyers. Just keep your freaking head down, you got it? You better. You're a smart one.
Next thing to do was to look around the maze to look for more clues about this scheme. Once there, I had to fight dozens of rats. They moved so fast that it was impossible to finish them all. Not only that, but I also got ambushed. After killing all the attackers, I searched their bodies. I found a slag artifact while doing so. One of the corpses had a PDA.
The info is solid. Go to the mark. Tomorrow I'll be waiting at the factory for the results.
I needed to go to the factory.
You're on Varan's turf now, loner. If you don't know who that is, you're about to find out. Here's a free tip. Varan doesn't like to be disturbed.
I went to meet this Varan.
It's brave of you to come to my camp, uninvited. But fortune favors the bold. Let me ask you a question.
Me first. Did your men attack me and take my scanner?
Now, this is getting interesting. Are you here to kill me? I would, if I were you. When push comes to shove, strike first and strike hard. Watch your tongue, though. We're on the same side. Arean and his crew got attacked while they were refueling a spent artifact. Sound familiar? The boys fought them off, but I'm not about to let it slide.
I have proof it was you who ordered Nestor's kidnapping.
Sure, I did. Nestor was the mastermind behind the whole scheme. He was the only one who knew where Arean was attacked. It looked like the old man had decided to screw me. I guess he figured out who was going to take his place. Me and him, we had a little talk. Unfortunately, Nestor didn't know anything about the attackers. Still, everything worked out just fine in the end. A most convenient opportunity, if I do say so myself.
Do you know who attacked your men?
They left me a gift in the form of one of their men. I can set up a meeting for you. He's not a talkative guy, but I bet you'll think of something. What it'll cost you. That or...
That's a lot of money. Any other options?
Nestor is in the past. Only two men stand in my way of becoming the kingpin of garbage. Roosevelt, the leader of the commissary, and the Shah, the boss of the brood. Roosevelt is supported by duty, while the Shah is backed by freedom. Since the treaty, the factions no longer fight in the open, but they're both eager to put their puppet in charge of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I could have wiped them out on my own, But a smart man never misses a good opportunity. Kill either of the bosses and bring me his PDA.
I didn't want to follow orders from a bandit, so I took the matter into my own hands.
Cover me, boys!
After taking care of all that, I went to look for their prisoner. He turned out to be dead, as well as Nestor. He had an unusual PDA, distinct from standard STALKER equipment. He was part of the crew hunting for the scanners. Going outside the factory, I started to hear something. A helicopter.
Skiff, come in. Dial here. The diggers told me you've gotten into some trouble with Arean. I want to see what you found.
When arriving at the slag heap, things were different.
What's going on? Are you taking over the slag heap?
The ward asks the questions around here. The rest of you just smile and nod, or keep your mouths shut. About face, Stalker. Go ahead, but don't make any trouble or I'll shoot to kill. I've got orders.
With customers like these, I might as well close up shop. No one wants to drink with them.
Turns out Tagoar wasn't in his shop.
What do you want?
What's going on in here?
The Colonel's cleaning up the place. It's about time you guys got brought to heel.
I'm looking for Tagoar. Is he here?
I figured you'd be taller. Head to the first floor. Diode's up there. I'll let him know you're here.
I tried going to the upper floor.
What's in there? Why all the secrecy?
I don't report to stalkers. The place is off limits, period.
I'm looking for Tagoar. The guard at the workshop told me he's here.
Name?
Skiff.
All right, go ahead.
Who the hell are you? Decided to play soldier with me? Nitro and I were just discussing a certain puzzle we've found in the zone, but we can't quite seem to get all the pieces to fit. Maybe you can figure it out. Good. Only I can't decide if you're...
Colonel, if I may. It's Skiff, right? I need all of us to understand the urgency of the situation, given the extreme importance of our mission. That goes for you too, Skiff. I hear you've managed to activate one of our devices. The Institute's most valuable invention.
Diode said you asked him some questions about the scanner.
You got it to work at the old bridge, didn't you? And the artifact? There was a faded artifact in the scanner. What happened to it?
Tell us what you need to know, and you can take the gun.
I was there. I was attacked, just like your men. The scanner was stolen. And I'm looking for the scumbags who took it.
Good. Okay. Maybe you know something I don't. Help me find those bastards, Skiff.
I had a bad feeling about this. I decided to not show them the PDA.
Nope, nothing so far.
You stalkers are a strange breed. Do you have to be so stubborn? You put your secrets before reason, and for what? To snuff it in the first anomaly you stumble into. Just for some make-believe miracles of the zone.
Unfortunately, I wasn't given a chance to introduce myself. My name is Dmitro Dalin, and I'm the head of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The scanner is the Institute's greatest achievement, but right now, what really matters is the revived artifact at the heart of it.
Wasting your time, darling.
If you get it back, our dream can become a reality. Mankind will be transformed. We'll open the way for future technology. And it will all be thanks to you. Thanks to your courage and perseverance.
Nice to know, head of S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
And rest assured, all your hard work and efforts will be rewarded handsomely.
Mm-hmm.
After this, I talked with Richter.
I'd like a word with you, in private. I don't even want to know what Korshunov wanted from you. You should drop by the sawmill, Skiff. You've already seen one side of the zone. It's about time you saw the other. You won't regret it, I promise.
I needed to head to the sawmill. Before doing so, I went to the trader and sold some weapons. With the technician gone, I couldn't repair any of my gear. So, I changed my loadout. I set off toward the sawmill.
Got an owner here. Scar. I've been expecting him. Let him in.
A good man is always on time for lunch.
Who said I'm a good man?
Richter, and the guys from the detention center. And me, Scar. Don't worry, this time you won't have to lift anything heavier than a bottle.
What happened at the factory?
They say, you've got to use whatever's close at hand. And there are plenty of things close at hand in the zone. If you know where to look. Like a scanner.
I'm gonna check the surroundings.
I was told it was invented at the Institute.
Who told you that? Dalin? Nah, kiddo. All their gadgets are just revamped Project X designs. They were found in the old labs.
Project what?
The zone harbors many secrets scattered among the old bones. There were scientists here way before the Institute, even before the zone itself came into being.
Ah, so they're the ones that left us the goodies that we give to the ward. Take a seat.
You, don't like the ward?
The ward have no desire to conquer the zone. They want to extend the Institute up to its borders.
They want to turn the zone into a testing ground to meet mankind's insatiable needs. Darlin says it's all for the greater good of the mainland, but what does that really mean? It's perfect as is. People come to the zone to witness miracles.
One of your miracles wrecked my home.
Uh-huh. Things just got interesting. So you've seen an anomaly outside the zone.
That's why I'm here. Someone's gotta pay.
I've heard the rumors, but never firsthand. And I've got a funny feeling there's more trouble to come.
As long as S.T.A.L.K.E.R keeps going, none of this is gonna end well. For any of us.
What do you want to achieve?
Zombie! Relax. This is the dark side of the zone. But there's another. The shining side. It's here all around us, but we cannot see it. I wonder what's out there. Eternal spring? The Klondike of artifacts? A new home? Or our hearts, desires? But most importantly, no ward. We want the Shining Zone to reveal itself. For now, as far as we're concerned... Oh, shit. You're just a good guy. That's all I'm going to say. Or rather, I think that's all you are ready to hear. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Would you like some toast? I get it. You're angry. That's why you're not hungry. And couldn't care less about the troubles of others.
I showed them the unusual PDA.
Can I help?
The S.T.A.L.K.E.R facility stands on top of an old lab. It used to be locked shut, but the ward has managed to break it open. That's where the troubles of the mainland begin.
We need to figure out what they're up to there. But the PDAs taken from the dead wardens are pretty useless.
I can get inside once I have my scanner back. I've already found something.
Really? What is it?
An early model. Looks like monolith tech. Where'd you get it?
One of my attackers had it on him.
Sounds like Strider is in trouble. We must head over to Wild Island. Normally they don't let loners in, but we'll figure something out. You're looking for Strider, the leader of Noontide. They've used PDAs like this one in the past. They're not exactly welcoming to outsiders, and for a reason. But I've got an idea. I've got a guy inside Noontide. His brothers were supposed to deliver an important shipment to their Wild Island base, but they've gone missing. He'll send you the coordinates to the spot where they made contact last time. Find that cargo, and it'll be your ticket in. Sure, Noontide isn't going anywhere, but you'd better hurry, just in case.
Why did the zombies just walk right past you?
Maybe we're the zombies. Always restless, always longing for something. Our bellies never full. Ha! I'll teach you that trick if we end up hitting it off.
Well, if I said I understood everything, I'd be lying.
Honesty is good, but paying attention is even better. Everything that's happening now, and everything that happened to you before, is the work of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The scanner. Your home. And that's just the beginning. Using Project X's tech is always a bad idea. Even if Dallin improves it. Especially if he does.
What can you tell me about Noontide?
What I can tell you, I won't. And what I want to tell you, I can't. Richter's probably the only one that knows what kind of people they really are. But as far as I'm concerned, we've got a lot in common. What is Noontide, after all? The sun shines brightly at noon, but we've still got plenty of work to do.
You mentioned the Shining Zone. Do you really think it exists?
Belief is a complicated thing, and I'm a simple man. I don't believe it. I know it. I heard about it from a man who's been walking the zone for longer than any of us. He's seen the Shining Zone with his very own eyes. I'm talking about Strelok.
Who's that?
He's the legend of the zone. Strelok went to the center of the zone, and that's where he saw it. The other zone. The real one. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to share any details about it. But we're not picky. When you don't have a map, directions will do. I'm not saying goodbye.
I went to find the missing goods. A pack of boars ran straight at me. I started putting some distance and throwing grenades at them. finishing the last one with my shotgun. Nearby, there was a corpse with a PDA. It was a bandit who tried killing some noontiders. Next to it, I picked up the cargo. Going further, I encountered a bloodsucker. This seemed to be the entrance to the Noontider base. Carefully, I avoided the anomalies and reached the main door.
Wild Island is off limits to stalkers.
I brought some cargo. I believe it's yours.
It's not ours. It belongs to Professor Ladochka. You can enter Wild Island and give it to him.
Stone, no! He's a stalker.
He's alone, brother. He's the one who should be afraid of us.
I clearly wasn't welcomed here.
I'm just telling you. Quiet. We got a loner here.
These people stopped talking just because I was walking nearby.
Hide everything.
Since you're here anyway, you got any anti-rad? I need a lot of it, and I need it right now. I'll trade you for it. The only thing I don't need here is an artifact. You can figure out what it does. Yes or no? Think quickly, it's urgent.
I happen to have just the right amount with me.
I hope there's nothing wrong with it. When our doctor gets back, he'll check it out. What, you're gonna keep hanging around the island? Folks here won't like that one bit.
So, you got a problem with stalkers, do you?
Anytime a nooner walks out that gate, there's always some stalker who thinks that killing him is the right thing to do. Or at least, robbing him. Everybody wants revenge on Monolith, even though there's no Monolith anymore. Despite what certain people might say.
I need to talk to Strider.
He's got his hands full as it is. There was an explosion at the toxic waste storage facility. He went to deal with it. But you're not gonna just walk away, are you? No, of course not. Go talk to Dubney. He's Strider's right-hand man. You aren't getting into the storage facility until he says so.
I went to talk to this Dubney, who was Strider's right-hand man.
You're the only one who could have done it, Faust. Got anything to say? Don't move. You knew Strider was gonna go alone.
He was not alone. I sent Foma with him.
Don't try to mess with my head.
This is your anger talking, brother. You seek enemies amongst your own kind, and yet there is a stranger in your midst.
A stalker?
Strider entrusted the security of this island to you. I will not get in your way.
This ain't over, brother. We let you in, but that don't mean I approve of it. What do you want from us?
I need to talk to Strider.
Forget it. He's busy dealing with a problem at the storage facility, alone, as usual. He told me to back off. It's too dangerous to get near the anomalies, he says. But you are a stalker, right? You wander into that trap every day, detector in hand, trading artifacts for hooch. Ever dealt with any anomalies emerging without an emission?
I'm afraid I did.
Alright, go ahead. I sure hope you ain't lying. And I don't regret trusting you.
That man that you were arguing with. Who is he?
Nobody. I thought you wanted to talk to Strider, so go talk to him.
After checking out the rest of the base,
You are ruining our meal.
Did you come here to gawk at us? Watch us eat and drink? We're monsters, right? Worse than any mutant?
Your brothers are killing mine, for reasons you can't remember. Go away.
I found a place to store my stuff and sleep. The next day was brutal.
Dubney told me about you. Come on in.
How are they doing?
Could be worse. I am busy, loner.
I'm trying to help my brothers.
I had to traverse areas heavy with radiation and swarming with anomalies.
Any mission is coming, brothers. Find shelter.
Stalker? Careful now.
Finally, I reached Strider.
Do you know what this thing is?
The scanner. We better turn it off.
Agreed. Let's do it. It's off. Good. Now we can talk. And this is...
a scanner. If you activate it with no artifact present, this is what happens.
Is it safe now?
Yeah. Unless whoever is responsible for this comes back to finish you off. That's what happened to me.
What else do I need to know?
My attackers had a PDA like this one. Looks like some of your men are involved in this.
This is indeed a piece of monolith technology. And I'll help you solve this puzzle. But first, you need to understand one thing. Noon is not monolith. We've rejected our past. We do not use our old gear. We never attack our brothers, nor do we attack stalkers.
Okay, so what does Noon want?
A future. A former monolith thrall is unlikely to survive on its own. He can't just become a stalker and accept their way of life. I tried. Until I realized I just couldn't live the way everyone else in the zone does. And that's why I brought my brothers here and formed Noon. We have our own road to walk, Loner.
I'm not sure I fully understand you. So what do you think Monolith actually was?
A human shield. A crime against humanity. Those who wandered too close to the secrets hidden at the center of the zone ended up brainwashed, stripped of their identity and will. This is how Monolith recruited its fighters. That control is gone now. But our memories never returned. I spent a long time trying to learn more. And then I decided it was time to move on.
I understand. So what do we do now?
The force that used to control us guarded its tools jealously. There used to be a database that tracked every monolithian PDA out there. Hopefully, we can take advantage of what's left of it. Talk to Professor Lodeshka. He'll know what to do. Report back to me once you're done. Right now, I need to help my men. I'll let my brothers know you're no longer a stranger on this island.
I headed to meet this Professor Lodeshka.
So you're the man everyone's talking about. Greetings, Stalker. I haven't seen your kind around here in a while.
I've got a package for you.
Oh, really? About time. Pleasant surprise for once.
Why the hell should I reinvent the bicycle to replace the car? None of the other methods have anywhere near the capacity I need.
I can't help but ask, why would a loner deliver my cargo? Are you running an errand for somebody, or...?
What's so important about the cargo I brought?
Wild Island doesn't trade, doesn't wage war, doesn't steal. The question is, how do these wonderful people make a living here? They have me, and my experimental devices that convert chemicals into electricity to power the base. Their capacity is limited for now, but their potential is not. The package contains some rare parts I've been sorely lacking, and now you can understand why.
I have some business on Wild Island. Your cargo just happened to turn up at the right time.
You're an interesting man, I see. Dangerous, too. Well, I won't waste any more of your time. I should get back to work.
Strider said there was a way to trace the source of commands being sent to a monolith PDA. He told me to talk to you.
The local fawn is not enough for you? So now you're off to chase ghosts, huh? No one's used those things for a very long time. Or crap. Strider's got enough problems as it is. Sure, it can be done, but you'll need an inductor, and they're not easy to come by. There could be one lying around somewhere at the WPS, though.
The WPS? What's that?
The Waste Processing Station. That's where Noon is storing toxic waste until I can figure out how to dispose of it on a large scale. Then they'll use stuff no one else wants to become entirely self-sufficient. They might even sell electricity to other groups. If that's not a utopia, what is? Strider's got his mind on the future, you know? I wish I could live long enough to see what he sees.
I'll go get the inductor you mentioned.
Once you have it, take it to Horse. He's even better than me at this kind of thing. He'll figure it out. I don't know what he did in his past life, but the boy's got a remarkable knack for technology. He'll have to learn to take care of Noon's equipment on his own.
What were you and Horse arguing about? Need a hand?
You've already helped me once, so I guess I can trust you. Yeah, there's something you can do. A Noontider named Kvashka went up on the roof and turned on the antenna for some reason. He was blasted by Psi radiation and turned into a zombie. They just left him there. You should get up there and shut the antenna down and put the guy out of his misery. I can't bear to see him like that every day.
I'll see what I can do about it.
When I detected the spike in Psi radiation, Strider had the main entrance to the roof blocked. But there's an old ladder on the outer wall. There's only one switch, you can't miss it. And please, help Kvashka. It's wrong to leave him like that out of some foolish hope.
Before doing any of that, though, I went south, crossing the water by jumping from one train wagon to another, until I reached a new trader called the Quiet.
I keep it simple. Honest work for a fair price. That's how I do things, and I think others should do the same. You know the saying, keep it simple and people will come to you. It looks like it's paying off. You're here, right? So, what can I help you with today?
He was selling a specialized rifle with a scope among a lot of different guns and tons of suits. I just sold him the artifact I got.
I went to scavenge some artifacts nearby and got ambushed by snorks. Right after I gave you my last med kit, damn it. So then I stumbled across some stalkers, thought I'd ask for a bandage. What do? Point their guns at me and tell me to get lost. All monolithians are murderers.
Well, they weren't entirely wrong.
Do you remember it? No, you don't, and neither do they. Just heard some campfire stories. Those bastards weren't even around in the monolith days.
At this point, I realized I was right next to the lesser zone. I wanted to explore more of the zone for a while. Free roam. I went to the eastern checkpoint first.
Suspicious activity! Frag out!
I stopped by Zalicia to see some friendly faces and rested for a while. After talking with the bartender, I asked the guy to take me to Garbage, hoping to visit the points of interest I hadn't discovered yet and explore adjacent regions like Rostock. The following day, I got a gig to deliver a secret package.
Some serious people left a package for me. The kind that should be kept secret. So, deliver it discreetly, and I'll make you rich. Well, richer than you are now, at least.
I like it. I'm in.
Deal. Now, have one for the road.
But when I arrived at the location, it turned out to be a trap. I didn't have time for any of this.
I just found the body. Someone else did this.
Bury him. And funerals ain't cheap. Give me some cash.
I couldn't fight on two fronts at the same time.
All right. Here's your money. Now what?
Good. Now run along.
To get the upper hand, I climbed up to the rooftop. While exploring the brood base, I found the Guardian of Freedom's suit in a stash. Amazing radiation and physical protection. Back at the settlement, I repaired my AK. I went east to explore the dig site. The area was mostly barren, except for a cavern. Inside, I discovered the PDA lying on the ground. It marked the location of a nearby stash at the cement factory. Then, suddenly, a bunch of people ran past me. I started following them, hearing the noises of a mutant. But no matter how much I searched, I couldn't see it. The others refused to say a thing to me.
Talk to our boss.
Talk to our boss.
I managed to find another cave entrance. I had never seen anything like it. The creature's abilities were terrifying. It could manipulate my mind, forcing me to drop my weapons and even turn them against me. There was no way I could take him down now. I just made a run for it, took my gun, and left. I had to deal with some rude bandits to get to a secret stash behind a hole in the wall. Heading north to explore a new point of interest, I saw a few stalkers. After the fight finished, I searched for a stash inside one of the buildings. Next to the bag, there was a PSZ-7 military body armor, but it was worse than my current gear. Going towards another stash location, cache was impossible to get. There was so much radiation around it that I almost died getting it. I decided to take the road west to see what I would find, and that's when I discovered Rostock. And then...
That's one way to get a big score. Beats getting shot at, right? All you ever care about is the next big score. Like you don't. Oh yeah, you're here for the thrills, right? You want to prance around with the stalkers in the moonlight? Up yours. Being free, that's the only kind of thrill I care about. I mean, really free, with no one to boss me around. Free, huh? So you don't like getting bossed around? Guess you don't need your cut then, huh? Or my gun.
That's different. I'm working with you of my own free will, because it pays well.
Right, it pays well. Money makes the world go round, huh?
Yeah. Crap. I mean... No.
Hey, Stalker! Over here! What are you looking for in the zone, Stalker? Money? Freedom?
Freedom. I make my own rules here.
Living for the thrills, are you? You do whatever you want, nobody can boss you around. Life's good, except for one thing. You're lying to yourself. But as for me, nothing can stop me, nothing at all.
Not even the anomalies?
No anomaly can stop you if you're fast as lightning and weigh a ton. I can share my secret with you.
Just what are you getting at?
Take a load off, bro. See that whip over there? That's my baby. She can get you to the cordon in 10 minutes. Or to the CNPP in 20. No mutants, no anomalies, nothing can stop her. You want her?
How much do you want?
Look, buddy, I really like you, so I'm willing to give you a special discount.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Sure, go ahead. Just don't touch anything.
It seemed like a fully functioning car. Once I saved up enough money, I would give it a try. Nearby, my echo detector found something. It was a flight trap artifact, which improved my maximum carry weight in exchange for a moderate amount of radiation. After this, I came across the city. Even on my PDA, it looked massive. As soon as I arrived, something happened.
Hey folks, gather round. Fresh bread's just come in. McClure's spoiling you. He doesn't want you to live off crackers like the rest of them.
Smells delicious.
Oh, no. One loaf or two?
Just one. What's with the sourpuss? Not happy to see a customer?
Nah, my joints are acting up. An emission's probably brewing.
Well, thank you, McClure, for the bread for me. Stay healthy now.
Two bros. Damn. I mean, 2 loaves, please.
Here you go. Stop by any time.
Finally. My turn. Thank heavens.
Why the rush?
The boys are waiting. I promised to grab some grub for our booze run. Quick in and out. But then I got stuck here.
Got it. Here you go. Remember to raise a toast to McClure.
Well, well. I'll take a couple of the freshest loaves in Rostock, please.
In Rostock? You wound me, buddy. We got the freshest bread in the entire zone.
That's a bold claim. All right. How much do I owe you?
It's on the house, courtesy of Freedom. Don't worry, we can afford it. What do you want, Stalker?
You say you got the finest bread in the zone.
You can have some. Be sure to let everyone know how generous McClure can be.
It actually was better than normal bread, restoring more health and hunger. The local technician was quite passionate in their craft.
Here in Rostock, they consider me a technician, but that's not entirely true. My true purpose here is to craft a masterpiece that captures the genuine essence of the zone in all its dreadful splendor. I won't spoil the surprise. You'll witness it firsthand soon enough. In the meantime, I enjoy fixing things as a sort of hobby. To be exact, I restore them to their original state of harmony, where they can function at their absolute best.
Then, I check the local trader's goods.
Hey there, friend. I can hook you up with some top-notch protective gear. We've got our share of reckless folks around here, and a lot of them owe their lives to my merchandise. Heck, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if not for my own body armor. If there's one thing McLucha and I see eye to eye on, it's that you shouldn't save on money or time when it comes to quality protection. So take your time.
There was an armor vendor and the gun vendor.
I'm not used to seeing new faces around Rostock. Folks looking for quality gear tend to pay me a visit. Of course, if you don't mind scrubbing a bit of blood off a gun, you can get one from Ragman. But you strike me as the kind of man who won't settle for second-hand junk. Well, that makes two of us. Go ahead and see for yourself.
I see you're back, huh?
No, I'm just passing through.
Come on, cut it out. It's payday, right? And you're thinking about what to do with your paycheck.
Well, I did get some overtime this week.
Good for you. Then it's the right time to place a couple bets. Turn that overtime into double time.
Well, maybe just a couple.
After that, I met the bartender.
Oh, a new face? Come here. I'll pour you a drink on the house. In exchange for some cash, of course.
No one's gonna
spot you that way. Just so you know, this is a classy establishment, so we kindly ask you to take any disputes to the arena.
What's the arena?
It's an awesome place to blow off some steam and earn some green. It's all about no-holds-barred brawls, bro. If you survive, you make bank. If you lose, Arnie will give you a sweet funeral.
Who's the master of the arena?
The master is the champion. It's the highest rank in the arena. Right now it's Tyrant, a knuckle dragger who wears his exoskeleton even when he goes out to take a leak, if he goes out at all.
How do I sign up? What do I get for winning?
Talk to Arnie if you want to sign up. He'll get you in the ring in no time. As for the reward, it's the usual. Respect, fame, and coupons. And free booze from yours truly, if you really dazzle me.
Beer with vodka in it.
Respect. Maybe you'd like something with a little more kick to it. How about a hit? Stay safe, bro. And don't be a stranger.
The next morning, I talked to this Arnie to learn more about the arena.
Ah, fresh meat in search of fame and fortune. You'll get it all, my friend. If you survive, that is. So, your first fight is 2-on-2. No self-respecting gambler would bet on a match like this, but it's a way for me to see what you can do. Here's the deal. I assign you a partner, and you two face off against another pair of guys like you.
Who's gonna be my partner?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not interested in any of your credentials as long as you can paint my arena red. The rest is up to you and Lady Luck. Who knows? You might even knock Tyrant off his throne. The job's simple. You mow down stalkers, you make fat stacks of coupons.
Well said. Let's go.
Hand your gun to Weezer. He'll provide you with a weapon. You can't bring your own, either to my arena or Ganja's bar.
I decided to give it a go.
First time, eh? Well, if you're lucky, it won't be your last.
Okay, here. What do I get in return?
Don't worry. I won't let you go out there empty-handed. That's not the kind of spectacle we want. You'll find some gear in the locker by the entrance. Everybody gets the same stuff. Leave your gear with me. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on it. Or, if you die, we'll just keep it. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a hell of a racket.
We kill fast, then we drink the reward down nice and slow.
Managed to win my first fight. Not bad.
Talk to Arnie to collect your reward.
One win doesn't mean anything. You're still just a piece of meat. Maybe not quite as rotten as you seemed at first. My bet was on Walter, by the way. Good thing it wasn't a big bet. He went down too fast. Not much of a show. I see the audience gave you quite the warm welcome. Then I can put you up against a few of our little mutant friends. The odds are 10 to 1 at the moment. Not in your favor, of course.
What kinds of mutants am I dealing with?
Catch of the day, as usual. I haven't been properly introduced yet, but I can guarantee they've got a full set of claws and teeth.
Mutants? Whatever. I'd bet on me this time.
Yeah? I've heard that one before. The last guy who told me that got eaten by boars. There wasn't enough left of him to fill a trash can. So, best of luck.
You know the drill.
Will you at least give me a good gun?
A better one than last time, that's for sure. But the gun is less important than skill here. Off you go. The critters are waiting.
So, Comrade Janitor, are you ready to clean the pants? You'll be meeting some stone fauna today, so be gentle.
The second round was impossible to survive. Would have to try again later. That's the way of the zone. I spent the next few days exploring Rostock, reminiscing of the small moments, watching the sunrise, to sharing stories with fellow stalkers. The zone was like anything I've ever seen. A place of destruction and resilience. Facing the unknown was part of everyday life. These were my 50 days in the exclusion zone. But this was just the beginning. Don't forget to use my Red Shadow Legends link in the description or scan my QR code on screen to get exclusive bonuses for new players with 2 epic champions. Special thanks to Universal Studios Licensing.